So you wanted to save for your retirement, but the investments were just not in the cards. I know what it's like. I'm Frank Hanlon. I'm a financial planner and a realtor in the GTA and Dufferin Gray and Simcoe County. And I need you to hear something. You did save for your retirement. And you're not alone. Now, let me explain both of those. So the kids went off to university. $80,000 is what it was going to cost over 4 years, and you paid that. And then they got married, and you threw money at that as well, 35 grand. And then you had to dip into your savings, which we always do, and help them with a down payment, maybe 50 grand for the house. So every time that you looked at your investments, all you kept seeing was $80,000, and your advisor kept saying, you need $1.5 million, guys, if you want to invest, if you want to retire. And you felt like you failed, but you didn't. You just saved a little bit differently because while your kids were being helped by you, you were also doing something else. You were paying off that home every month for 25 years, 300 months, $2,400 a month, $720,000 that you invested into that house. The house today is worth $1.2 million. So you gained $480,000 in equity growth. That is saving for your retirement. You just did it in real estate instead of in mutual funds. Now, here's the part that nobody's talking about. Nobody's going to tell you this. You're not the only one who's doing this. 340,000 Ontario homeowners over the age of 55 are selling in the next 3 years. That is CMHC data. 340,000 people just like you who helped their kids and paid off their house, who have equity instead of massive RRSPs. And you know what happened to them? The National Institute of Aging studied these people who relocated into lower cost areas using their home equity, and 91% of those people say that they have a higher quality of life. 84% were very satisfied, and 78% of them have less financial stress. They're not worse, they're better. So you didn't just save differently, you saved smart. So here's how it works. Stay with me here. You sell your GTA home for $1.2 million, and then you come up to the north and you buy in Dufferin County, Simcoe County, Gray County. Beautiful areas. 450, maybe a half mil. After all your costs, you're going to net about 680 to 700,000, and that's going to generate about a 4% back of 27 to 30,000 a year. After your CPP and OAS, 3,500 a month added to that gives you a total expense back of about 5,750. But your Gray County expenses are going to be dropped to about 3,200 from 4,800. So now you have a surplus of $2,550. And you're not just surviving, you're thriving. So here's what I want you to understand. You did not fail at retirement planning. You just chose your family and you built your wealth. $720,000 into your house over 25 years. That is disciplined investing. You just did it your way. And 340,000 other Ontario boomers did exactly the same thing. And 91% of them who've made the move, they're living their best lives. Their kids are launched. Your house is paid off. It's your turn. And here's the truth about this crazy market that we're in right now. Yes, the prices are different than they were back in COVID. But the gap between the GTA and Gray County and Dufferin County is still $750,000. That gap is what funds your retirement. You have more control than you think. You have equity, and that is real wealth. $1.2 million in brick and mortar. And when you use it strategically, it works. You worked 40 years. You have amazing kids. You helped them launch their lives. And you paid off a $1.2 million asset in the process. That is not failure. That's success on a lot of levels. And you're joining 340,000 other people who figured this out. You're not alone. You're not behind. You're exactly where you should be today. And if you need to hear more of this, that you did it right and that you did it just a little bit different, subscribe and hit the bell. Every week I'm going to talk about these real strategies, real numbers, and real validation. Not shame, just facts and hope. And if you're between the ages of 55 and 70 and you own your home outright or close to it, and you're ready to see how your equity can fund your retirement, DM me equity. Here's what you're going to get. I've created a complete 40-page retirement analysis, the same analysis other financial planners charge $5,000 for. I include it for you for free when you work with me. Your complete 30-year projection, every scenario, GTA versus Gray County, side by side, exactly what you can afford, where you can live, how your equity converts into income, your CPP and OAS, investment strategy, tax optimization, everything. No cost, no pressure, just clarity. Just the truth about what you can actually do. You didn't fail to save. You saved $720,000 in brick and mortar. And you're one of 340,000 people that are doing that today. 91% of them are thriving, and you're next. You did good. Now finish strong.